WWE is simply not playing around. Ladies and gentlemen, on today's episode of the Ango Show, we're going to talk about some major WWE announcements. Goldberg has shut down a retirement match. We're going to talk about that, plus Becky Lynch confirming her WWE return, and it's all coming up right here on TAS. All right, guys, first things first, if you guys are unaware, we have a newsletter. Go ahead and check out this link, subscribe. I'm not going to spam you, but for those who are wondering what's happening with the 100K giveaway, I'm going to give you guys all of my channel updates on this newsletter. It's from me to you. There's no robots. There's no spam. Make sure you guys click join. You're going to get a very important update today, so make sure you have joined the newsletter. All right, with that being said, I want to kick things off with some very interesting news. Ryback shutting down... Well, not Ryback. Goldberg is shutting down the Ryback match. Ryback has obviously wanted this match for a very long time. Ryback, you know, he's doing his YouTube stuff. He's doing his social media stuff. But Ryback is not wrestling. On the Cat's Corner podcast, basically the host of the podcast had asked Goldberg about facing Ryback. He didn't actually name drop Ryback either, but basically he was alluding to Ryback. And Goldberg shuts it down. He says, I'm greatly appreciative of his passion, period, but I'm not that guy. I work in different ways, Ernest. You know that. And I'm just not that guy. I'm honored and I get it and I see the reasoning, but right now I'm just not that guy. It's not that I'm insulting him in any way, shape, or form. I'm just not that guy right now. You can read whatever you want into that. So I'm going to assume, based on this response, Goldberg is just simply not that guy, which is completely fine because some people are just simply not him. Now, the thing about the Ryback and Goldberg stuff is that obviously when Ryback was on WWE television like 10 years ago or whatever, everybody was literally chanting Goldberg. And that was obviously the thing that, you know, Ryback was kind of known for. A lot of people saw Ryback as another version of Goldberg, and we never got to see the match. We never got to see it. I don't know if Ryback ever plans to return to wrestling. I don't know if he'll ever be on WWE again. I don't know if he'll ever be in AEW. I don't know if he'll ever be in TNA. Ryback's whole situation, it's so strange, and obviously so much time has passed since he's been active where I don't think it's going to happen. And I don't know. I've always liked Ryback as a wrestler. I think anybody who remembers me from my old YouTube channels knows that Ryback was, I had a lot of fun playing WWE games with Ryback and making parodies of him, Cryback, and just Fat Ryback and Skinny Ryback. And I always had fun with it. And, you know, at the end of the day, I was always a fan of the guy. But he's had his drama with the WWE and, you know, I think he turned a lot of people off with his social media activity. So, listen, it's not going to happen. Goldberg, Ryback, if you guys wanted it, you're not getting it. Who actually wanted it? I don't know. But if you were one of them, that one's for you. All right, guys, let's talk about Becky Lynch. She was at the Vulture Festival, and she has confirmed that she isn't done yet. She's confirming, basically, her WWE return. It was reported by PW Insider that Becky Lynch is expected back in WWE in time for WWE's Netflix Raw premiere on January 6th. So many different sources have already revealed Becky Lynch did, in fact, re-sign with the company. But what's really interesting is at the Vulture Festival, basically Rebecca Quinn, Becky Lynch, she essentially was talking about how the way she went out with Dom in the steel cage and everything like that, that wasn't the way she was going to go out. So she's confirming her return. Obviously, it is a very big deal for Becky Lynch to be returning. WWE is, you know, they have a very stacked women's division. Now they're pushing the Women's United States Championship. I don't know what the hell could be actually happening for Becky Lynch once she returns. But I'm going to say this, and maybe this is not a popular opinion. Maybe you guys won't agree. And that's fine. But Becky Lynch should not be in the world title picture. Right now, I feel like it's getting kind of stale with Liv Morgan and Raquel and Rhea. I know that's a hot story for WWE. Personally, for me speaking, I'm just like not really interested anymore. I'm just kind of getting bored of it. But because of that, I think Becky Lynch should be kind of doing her thing with working with up-and-comers or working these big storylines. I think, you know, there's always that possibility of Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins versus AJ Lee and CM Punk. But Becky Lynch is not... I don't foresee her being a full-time athlete for WWE. It's obvious that she wants to do motherhood. Obviously, she doesn't want to be working like this crazy-ass schedule. She's going to need to take breaks here and there. And I don't really want to see Becky Lynch in the world title picture on WWE Raw. So, she's obviously a big name for WWE. She's obviously a fan favorite. She's obviously somebody that a lot of people like. And that's all great stuff. And I love that. And I love Becky Lynch. And I think her experience and her development and everything. I mean, she's become a massive star for professional wrestling. So I'm excited about all those things. But I feel like Becky Lynch has always been at the top of the card, always holding the belt. And I wanted to see something different this time around. And I don't know, maybe have Becky Lynch come back as a heel with Seth Rollins. I would love to see them try something different here. There is a crop of women who are ready for the top spot, but they're not given those opportunities because the main event scene is typically with the same people, especially if you look at SmackDown. Same thing could be said. And I'm in the interest of building new stars, right? So yeah, I'm happy for her to come back, and I want her back on TV, and she's definitely needed on TV. But do I want to see in the world title picture? No, I do not. But good on Becky. Glad her and WWE are working it all out. And that leads us to WWE's major announcements. A couple things you guys need to know. Travis Scott has been confirmed for January 6th, Raw on Netflix. Triple H went to the Travis Scott concert, and he gifted him a Hardcore Championship belt. Cool. That was cool. Yeah, so Triple H did that. They confirmed that Travis Scott will be there. WWE and Netflix also confirmed that the debut episode will be on January 6th at the Intuit Dome, which is the LA Clippers' new arena. Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Clippers, he did a very, very good job of getting that arena built out. I mean, I think it should literally set the standard for what NBA arenas look like in the United States. Especially, it would be just so cool for wrestling promotions and stuff too. It's a massive arena. There's a bathroom for every single person in there. State-of-the-art technology, the seats, the lighting, the scoreboards, the LED boards. WWE is going there. First time WWE will be at the Intuit Dome. They're bringing in Travis Scott. Becky Lynch will be there. John Cena will be there. WWE is loading up the card. Netflix is loading up the card. They want a very, very, very big episode, which obviously makes a lot of sense. And I'm super excited to see how it all goes down. That is on January 6th. Today, it is 11/18/2024. So we got a little bit of time. But I like the idea of this. Really curious to see what Travis Scott and WWE are putting together, because obviously between the theme music licensing and Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso bumping Travis Scott unreleased on SmackDown, WWE's got this relationship with Travis Scott. WWE's being cool again. I don't know how to explain it other than the fact that this stuff actually makes a difference. They're winning the perception war, and that's obviously a very big deal. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, that is the Ango Show.